Hello and welcome to PS number 8. This here is all about scatter plots, and this tends to be one of the questions that people miss on the Casey all the time, but not because it's hard. It's because they just don't know. They just haven't been taught this. It's not something that you would normally spend a lot of time with in classes because I feel like it's really not it's an important skill, but it just doesn't translate to many other things in math unless you're completely focused on statistics, which in the future you may. In economics class, you definitely would deal with stuff like this, but many of you haven't even gotten that far yet. So this can be a tough one for people if they haven't been shown. But once it's been shown, this one I'm hoping will feel really easy for you. So first we got to define some vocabulary because this really is more of a test of vocabulary. Alright, does the graph to the left show a positive correlation? Does it show a negative correlation? Or does it show no correlation? Alright, so let's go ahead and define those. Correlation means, is there a connection? Or more specifically, is there a loose connection between the dots? Now, it doesn't have to be a perfect straight line or no line at all. It's going to be a little off. So if we drew, let's get a straight line here. All right. So the dots are a little bit off, but they still mostly follow a trend along a straight line. So that's correlation, that connection between the dots. Can you more or less roughly draw a line through those dots? And they don't have to be perfectly lined up or really close to it like this. They could be a little bit off. They just can't be wildly off. You practice it. This is positive right here. Okay? And the reason why is because it's going up. And if it's negative, then it'll be going down, like top to bottom, top left to bottom right. And then, again, positive is bottom left to top right in that direction. So we definitely have a positive correlation. All right, now this next question here, this really isn't that bad. What does the data from the graph imply? This is also one that people struggle with, and really this is sneaky. You're taking the Math Casey portion of the test, and what? This is totally English literature. What's up with that? Okay, well, too bad. It's going to be on the test. So, what does the data from the graph imply? It implies, and what it implies is that as homework percentages here go low, see how right now it's kind of low, and up here, test percentages are high. And right here, test percentages are low. And you're always going to the right. So as homework percentages are low, test percentages are also low. And as as homework percentage goes up, is higher, and those students tend to do good on test scores. Their test scores are high. So that would be what the data from the graph implies. It implies that as you do more homework, as you complete more homework, you get better test scores. As you do less homework, you get lower test scores. And that's how you answer that. Now there's no real trick to it. It's just interpreting the information, and you just got to practice it. All right, if you have any questions, ask me in class.